for Lil to catch up. With greed, he could really quite easily do that. Meanwhile, it looks like we'll have a 4-man sweep on top, and I think it's going to turn into an offensive Trilane here, which could definitely, actually, this is going to be really rough for VPP to deal with. That's a very, very strong try, assuming that they're throwing Minuts mid. Which depends what they're going to do with Pycat here. Even if it is just EGM, Aki, and Minuts in the Trilane, that's still pretty strong. Got a lot of good damage output there. It looks like they will be sending... Leshrac probably will go mid with this item build here. So solo mid, Leshrac up against... Wait, what? Wait a minute. That's different. That's a solo offlane Death Prophet. I thought she would mid. I think, oh, maybe they've just read this. Maybe they've read that they're going to send the Titan to safe lane. They've expected that there's going to be an offensive Trilane. Okay, so they've expected Titan to solo safe lane. They're sending the range hero against it, but this will, I guess, impact... Well, you know what? Actually, no. This is actually probably better off for Phobos. Yeah, he'll be up against a range hero, but melee against Anchor Smash, that's actually probably worse off by far. And Leshrac can harass a fair bit, but Spirit Breaker is actually very tanky. He's got a lot of base armor, 5 starting armor, and a lot of health. Like, you look there, he's got +2 strength, and he's still up to 739 health. That is a lot for level 1. That's insane. Like, you compare that to Death Prophet, 600. And she's got a full Null Talisman +2 branches. And Pycat even. 2 branches of full Null Talisman, he's only 550. Meanwhile, though, this top lane going to be really hard, especially if they're planning for the Greedy Alchemist to go and get in the jungle, get busy in there, pulling and just putting some grid to work. This is going to be really rough for Illidan finds melee fight, but there comes the stun in Minuts. He's getting chained up there. The slow comes out as well, and looks like Minuts is in trouble here. The first blood going out to Illidan Storm Rage, and they will get those counter stun in, but now Aki being chased off. Just a little bit too aggressive from Minuts moving forwards and getting picked up, and it looks like they might go for it now. Counter kill here on FNG going back in. Aki now stun being channeled. The stable concoction going to Aki. Aki cocking a heavy hit. Fire blast comes in on FNG. FNG now trying to duck and threes to slow down Minuts. Minuts doesn't have a blink strike up at the moment. Doesn't matter. They will lose FNG. Minuts no blink just yet. Still near level 1 with the dagger. Cancelling out the clarity on Storm Rage there. Illidan losing his clarity. Another TP. A total bloodbath in this top lane right now. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mad, this should be a relatively okay lane for Mad. Sure, he's not really going to put any Anchor Smash to work, but he's got good damage block there. It's going to keep him up and running. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, though, as we can see, Spirit Breaker doing okay. He's still Leshrac. Obviously, it's only going to be so much he can do. But 10-3 for Leshrac, 6-0 for the Spirit Breaker. But if he was up against the Titan, it would be so much worse. So FNG having another pause now. Now this is definitely a danger for Alliance. The issue is, if your Trilane fails, it really, really fails. I feel like they probably should have put Minuts mid and put Pycat up in the... because it would have really strengthened their Trilane. I hear a stun go up there. I think Lil just stunned himself. Didn't have any high ground vision there, but yeah. The issue is, you go on offensive Trilane and it fails, it's very hard to catch up. And especially when this fails against a Night Stalker, this is even worse. If it backfires against a Night Stalker, it's just going to be so much free food for him in the mid game. So they're going to have to be really, really careful about that. As Leshrac he's saving his skill points at the moment. He's not sure whether he wants to go for Edict or if he wants to go for... Oh no, there we go, picks him up. He goes 1 Edict, 1 in the stun. So he hasn't figured out which one he wants to max just yet, or if he did want to max one. But yeah, I figured they put the Leshrac up in this trial because it's really, really scary to try and charge in against Edict early on. Now FNG copping the stun, but there comes in Stable Concussion. Will EGM go down first? No, they will get the FNG kill first. And now Minut's trying to chase off Storm Rage. Storm Rage, though, he's got another slop. He's going to turn around. They don't have any mana left here on Lil. A duck into the trees there for Aki, trying to get clear. And Illidan will back off as the TP comes back in from EGM. So in the end there, I'd say arguably VPP coming out ahead. Sure, EGM got the experience, but the gold going to Night Stalker in the last hit there. Copying another hit from the Ignite. But yeah, early gold on Night Stalker means early boots, early earn, all these good spells. It's just going to allow him to get super mobile and get really aggressive with Phobos. Just go charging around the map, causing all sorts of havoc. And this will just buy room for Alchemist to get greedy. Although in this case, he's had to go for Acid Spray and the Unstable Concoction first. So I don't know if they plan to fight at Trilane, essentially, when they're drafting, but they've definitely switched the lanes to deal with it. And I think it's a very smart set of movements here from their laning stage. But for now, if they're trading hits, I think they're okay with it. As long as they go into this mid-game with a decent set there. Although, actually, Alliance is ahead significantly on gold. I think it just comes down to the fact that they're farming so much better. Mag is currently on 12 and 4. Like, you look there, Leshrac farming so much better. And actually, Mag, I'm surprised he's this far behind. Maybe it's just coming down to the fact that he can't bottle spam as easily with the Crypt Swarm, but he's just not really succeeding. You know what? Mad is possibly just zoning him out, just running forward with the X-Smash. We'll watch it for a little while. Obviously, you can't really harass Mad out, but Mad's not really impacting Mag. Maybe Mag's just missing these last hits. Meanwhile, looks like a fight's going to break up in the top lane. Stun comes out on Aki. Aki, invisible, walks too close to a ward. Second ward chucked down. Aki now trying to get clear, but he's charged up. They can still see him for the moment. Now slow there on Minos. It looks like this is going to leave Aki for the moment. Going to try and get that kill. Minos, is he going to be able to blink away? Not still caught out. Is it stun getting in? Comes through the stun. Going to go for a double kill here. Aki, no. He's invisible. No more detection. The stun damage, not quite enough there. And I like this build here from Spirit Breaker, maxing out the charge first. No, not maxing out the charge, maxing out the bash first. The bash improves 3 abilities. Improves the bash, improves the charge, improves the ult. Makes them all so much better. Arguably also, the haste is also then comboed up there with the empowering haste as well, because that increases damage done. Increased move speed, and bash does damage based upon move speed. So I really like that build there from DK Phobos. It's a very, very valuable build in terms of how you allocate those skill points. And there we go. They've given Alliance go, alright, this Trilane just is not working. It's just too easy for them to bring 4-0 to the fight. And Minos just doesn't have enough damage output compared to the Night Stalker. I really thought they were going to put Pike out up there. They've rotated Mad up there. Mad now at level 6. He's got the Ravage. I don't think they can kill him with any great deal of ease. Probably just going... But about this time, though, it's now night time. Night Stalker is now getting mobile. He doesn't have his ult up yet, but hey, level 2 against his underfarmed Trilaners. This should be some easy kills. Doesn't even need the crippling fear just yet. We have the charge as well, and this, I don't think Minos gets out of here alive. Blinks away, but the Spirit Breaker, in comes the cow. Doesn't matter. They will throw down another nuke. The Void comes in and cleans up Minos once again. The charge, that is unfortunate. It bounces. That could have been a kill there on EGM, but the charge has bounced to one of the assassins here. And from one assassin to the other. But this is coming. Like, they've completely shut down Phantom Assassin's farm. On the plus side, though, for Alliance, this is coming at a ton of farm for the Tidehunter as well as the Leshrac. And Leshrac, particularly, if he gets a lot of early farm, he can really hit like a complete powerhouse in the mid game and the late game. Like a Leshrac with the early advantage is actually quite a big threat in the late game. He does so much AoE damage. It is absolutely soul crush. Like, you go up against it, you don't have a BKB, you just blow up so fast. The downside, though, his mid-game is pretty vulnerable because he's still trying to build up all these tanky items, and Leshrac can get eaten alive by Night Stalker pretty easily, so he's going to have to watch out. On the plus side, though, it's not a solo Night Stalker, so he's behind on levels, but yeah. And with the Night changes as well, if Night Stalker's always popping that darkness, like, just not being able to see anything really might impact Alliance's ability to farm the map safely, but we'll see. I'm really not sure on Mag's last hit. Like, it's 19-7 up against 20. Like, he should have more last hits than he has. Really should have more last hits. I'm not 100% on that one at all. Oh, this is nice here. The FNG's teleported down the bottom lane. Now, even if they don't get a kill here on EGM, this is going to open up their ability to throw down some more wards. They're just rewarding towards the 7-minute mark. This will expire actually fairly shortly. That was a very early ward, but they'll get down some more offensive wards in the jungle and just make it hard for Leshrac to disappear in there and do some because Leshrac can actually cut through stacks pretty quickly. He's got a lot of firepower, as well as they're stacking Baton Hunter as well, so it's just really going to make it troublesome for EGM to just wander around and get some stacks rolling for his team. And same deal for Aki. They're just not going to be able to sit in there with any great deal of ease. But at the moment, though, Alliance still holding a the net worth in their favour. But come this mid game, things are going to get ugly as this Night Stalker tries to take over the game. I have no idea what that. Apparently. Oh, I hope they haven't had an update issue or something. Internet issues there. Yeah, that's really unlikely. Although I know maybe they don't get the kill. Illidan is out of mana, but they do have Mag here. Mag's got level 3 Crypt Swarm, and FNG's very close, but it's only a level 1 stun. Level 2 Wave though. You know what? If they proc at least one 1 or 2 greater bashes from the Spirit Breaker, because they're level 3 bashes. Oh, in fact, he's got Nether Strike. No, yeah, if the charge had landed on EGM, I think they kill him for sure. They might still get him. He's got Nether Strike up. And if it procs, I mean, you can RNGG like 3 bashes in a row, so who knows. So I think they'll get this kill. That should be a 2 for 1. Oh, 2 for none, rather. I haven't lost any return, obviously. Now let's talk about this. This is actually pretty irritating for Mad. Now, the thing is, the Granite Golem, he got his health drop, but he's got this brand new aura. And increases health percentage by 50%. Like, it's basically, he's increasing everybody's health around him, so little golems get tougher. You can see that little golems get tougher. But the main nerf here is that when you're a Tidehunter or somebody stacking these things, and stacking and stacking and stacking, doing tons of like ancient stacks, and you stack like 5 stacks up, suddenly all the dragons, everything, all these dragons, everything have huge health gains from the Granite Aura, which is really going to slow down Titan. Like, Titan can still kill them without taking too much damage, obviously between Kraken Shell and the Anchor Smash, but it slows him down quite significantly, and it's more significant against heroes who can't really do the Ancients easy, like say if you're trying to stack for an axe to go in there later on in the game, or have an anti-mage go and clean up. It's actually a bit of an issue for them. It does slow them down quite significantly. Now the Shrek's back. Just gonna wait for Aki to get back in. Here's Aki, and we'll go back to the bottom lane because I think they get this kill in EGM. If they can get a stun him, maybe he could actually conceivably cut his way. If he gets to cut through here, just here, if he cuts those 2 trees there with his tangos, he might actually get away, but he doesn't know that there's an incoming Spirit Breaker, so he might not turn around fast enough. Goes down the stun on Illidan, as it looks like, no, he's gonna get to the trees here, might actually get out of it, cuts 1 tree to regenerate, cuts up north, tries to get away, but now he's trouble. Now the strike, if he gets in range, throws out the wave of terror, in comes the Nether Strike, and there we go, they get the kill. No TV support incoming.
Dire's middle
it was a little bit trickier than they wanted, but they still walk away with a kill. Their Nether Strike used. But that is 70 seconds where the Shrek has to be less worried about it, but they will clean up this mid-tier 1, so Alliance securing objectives. See Night Stalker there, gaining those gank golds though, 366 gold for him, and now level 5. We compare that to say Minus level 4, level 3 supports, level 3 support. Yeah, this is really looking quite ugly towards this mid game. No, is he going to go for it? Not just yet, no. And I think he'll get Darkness at level 6 just because he's about to move over into daytime. He's only got like a minute left before we go to daytime again. Meanwhile, top lane, oh, gets a deny! Lil succeeding there. Ravage also expended and they get nothing out of it pretty much. They just basically cause the support Alchemist to kill himself. Loses 150 gold, but you know what? He can deal with that. And yeah, now he's starting to pick up greed. He's going, okay, well, don't really need me to gank anymore. He's got some decent firepower in a fight if it does break out. He's got the negative arm, which is really nice, but for the most part, the powerhouse hitters in this mid game is going to be Night Stalker and Spirit Breaker together. That's a really scary combo. And now Pike out is charged. In comes the cow. No? Is he coming still? He's been seen. I don't think that, yeah, he realizes he's gone past the ward. He's not going to get that kill anymore.
Dire's top tower.
And there we go. So you see what I mean? How tanky this guy is? Like, it's level 7. 7 armor with no raw armor boosters. We see a kill there. Ogre getting picked off in the bottom lane. Oh man, they will get the counter kill though. Illidan will go down in return. As they might actually go for Pike out again in 10 seconds. They've still got some nighttime. Darkness still in level 5. Didn't quite manage to pick up. I'm assuming he's going to pick up level 6 now. There's a charge coming through with the Spirit Breaker. He's headed down to the mid lane. Going after the Minots. Minots are healing up, but probably going to pull out here. Yes, changed his mind, decides not to go for it. Double damage on Mad. Does cop the bash on the way through. The question is, will he max out? Now, here's the thing with the bash timer. The Greater Bash does 1.6 stun time at level 4. The Charge of Darkness does a 1.6 stun at level 2. So by getting a level 4 bash, he essentially has, except with the movement speed, he essentially has a level 2 charge in terms of stun time. Now, he might decide to level up the Empowering Haste after this just for his team, or he might decide to get the stun maxed out. I think he will probably go for the stun next just because the cooldown on charge is so much lower now. I see the Black Drag now. It gets just so much extra health. This is definitely going to slow Mad down by quite a bit. What build are we doing here? Skill build, 2 in Terror, 2 in Magic Missile. They're getting some burst out, and they've just got the value point there on the Command Aura as well. Night Stalker, yes, he does go for the Darkness at level 6. I'm going to use this. I'm going to switch over to Radiant Vision just so we can truly see how completely terrifying that lack of vision is. Like, they're going to have, like, no vision whatsoever. Now, Lil's going to come out, just do a... trying to do a pull through, doesn't succeed. Oh, no, it sort of does. Gets a range creep. Meanwhile, Charge again. Is he heading bottom? Or who's he after? He's after Aki. EGM's lurking nearby. I don't think they... no, they can't see EGM at the moment. They don't know he's there, but they might go for this kill regardless. HF is so squishy.
Tower is under attack.
And yeah, he realizes, uh-oh, there's trouble coming. They went past the wall, gonna go for this kill here. Will we get Nether Strike in now? Nether Strike comes out, gets cancelled there by the stun. Cold Feet procs, but no, it's not quick enough. In comes the Nether Strike. Can they get this kill here on Phobos? Trying to get free. Aki running for his life. They managed to pick off the Spirit Breaker. And the counter kill comes out as a TP support comes in. They baited that very nicely. Ran past this ward, unfortunately. If you run past wards of Spirit Breaker, TPs tend to come in. And the stun's just proccing in time to keep him alive. It's frustrating for the Spirit Breaker. He will be building... he will be building up a set of drums next, which is nice. It's all around just a nice item for Spirit Breaker. Gives him everything he needs. Damage, health, mana. See FNG, the TP's coming in though. Lil's also TPing as well. We'll have the Ogre we'll have the Alchemist show up in a second there. He's popped his ultimate, of course, less useful. And Charge comes in, he wants Aki again, cancelled. Ravage comes out, catches two there. In comes Mag from the side. He doesn't have mana for Exorcism though. Meanwhile, Mad being chased back off. Mag gonna wade back in there. No, he's running the mana still. Down goes the Titan, but he's already used the Ravage. And Leshrac is the big one though. Has already been taken out. Illidan now, Charge comes in. Aki's a dead man. Illidan giving pursuit. And there we go, cleaned up there. So just switch over to the Radiant Vision. See, they like just cannot see anything at all. But Minehearts probably can't find his own ass in this. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, that vision loss. I mean, look at this ward. Look at this, nothing. Can see nothing at all. Creep being dragged away there by VPP, just getting this tier 1 bottom lane down. This is just going to make life even harder for Pierre to find farm. She has picked up a Helm of the Dominator, so she's getting the ability. I like this one, just because it opens up her ability to jump. So here a charge going off. Who's it on their top lane? No? Must be on creep. Or maybe, actually, I think he just got bashed by Roshan. I'm pretty sure he just got bashed by Roshan. Oh man, I hate that so much. It happens more than you think. You charge past Roshan and just freaking smacks you. Now, it's up tower being worked on though. Glyph gets popped by Lil. Lil now giving chase, and then we're recharging now on Pycat. Cops is stunned, but the charge going to be cancelled. Phobos realizing he's running past this ward again. It's really just not going to work. I think he's just using it to gain some ground. But this is really troublesome for Pycat in this match because he's up against the Night Stalker and the Space Cow. It is such a huge threat for him. It's going to be very difficult for him to find safe areas to farm. See right now that net worth, neck and neck, those last couple of fights really causing issues for Alliance. And meanwhile, top lane stun comes out. The charges to a Pycat. I don't think there's an escape here for him. He's just going to get taken out. Nether Strike should be ready to go by now. There we go. Gets popped. Probably a little bit unnecessary. Doesn't matter though. They will pick up the kill. Nice and easy. So Leshrac gets 4-manned up in the top lane. And the tier 1 on top does get defended. Still not within the die range. And this is just aggression coming out from VPP. Just making space for Mag to continue farming. Yours is on the way. Not particularly close though. He's definitely still behind in terms of farm. 4.3k. Considering the lane should have been pretty easy against Mad, I'm surprised he is that low. Now, pings coming out in the enemy jungle for VPP. They're looking to go and gank the Radiant jungle there. Or at least get some more wards up, maybe. I'm not sure. Vobos was pinging it, so maybe he wants something done. Drum's now done. Spirit Breaker there. Meanwhile, Illidan, he's going for... that could be a Scepter first, or it could be a BKB. I'm not sure. Now, there's the Darkness popped, and they really cannot see a damn thing. Pycat now has to back up, switching to Radiant Vision there. Just cannot see a damn thing. They're going to run in there with the Void as well. Illidan throws out the wave, throws out the Void there, throws out the Urn as well. Ravage going to come in now. Lil moving in, throws out the stun on Mad. They might just go for Mad here. EGM being chased up. Ice Blast going to come in, smacks into Illidan. Stun comes in, down goes Mag. Illidan now in retreat here. Can he get away? Look at that vision though. Well, just at the edge of that vision, as you can see, they cannot see a damn thing. See, Lil just wanders away into the darkness. I cannot see a damn thing. I'm gonna stop doing that now, though. And just making a point of how difficult it is to see anything with this new Night Stalker ultimate. It is honestly borderline broken. It is insanely good. However, that Ice Blast that came through. Well timed there from Aki, catching two, more importantly, catching the two key heroes they need to go for. Mag, as well as Night Stalker, just making it really dangerous for him to dive there. And in the end, they actually turn it around on him. And Mag, of course, with his low health, because he's building, in fact, health nerf, not huge at this stage. The Strength Nerf is not a big deal at this point in time for him, but it's still... Getting hit by that Ice Blast, a significant amount of damage. Now Lil not able to regenerate because of the Ice Blast. Can they get a... No. Midas decides, hang on, this is a bad idea, and we'll back up. Realizing, hang on, it's nighttime, Night Stalker's about, let's not do that. Phobos looking for a potential kill here. He's going for a charge. They walk past the wall on EGM here. Would have been better if he went for Pycat. EGM might be a bit too tanky here. Nether Strike is available, but realize, yeah, this isn't going to work, and we'll back up. He is maxing the charge next. Meanwhile, Illidan finds an invisibility. Still got enough nighttime left to make this a significant threat. Oh, okay, just use it. Never mind. He wants to get some farm done. And I think it'll be a BKB next, just to try and help deal with Ravage and the Tashi. It's going to be a BKB for sure, because he's got to deal with the track, got to deal with the Ravage. So I believe that's where he'll be going. Now VS just going to bulk up here. I think she's just going to treads, possibly. Might invest in a drums or even just a bracer as well. Probably just a bracer, actually. As they're going to be relying on him for most of the support. I think they're just going to give farming to Alchemist. Yeah, Alchemist 2.2k. I think he's just going straight for a Blink Dagger. They'll notice time to farm the enemy jungle. So let's Shrek. There. Again, more stacks being popped out here. Ancient's Aki. I think he's just doing a Midas. He's just playing super greedy here. And it is a Blink Dagger.
Tower is under attack.
For Lil. Phobos now. Looks like he's going for Vladimir's offering. This is an all-round, it's a nice support item. Definitely really nice. It's going to help Night Stalker just be a bit more aggressive as well. It's not going to have a huge impact though. It's not going to have the same kind of impact, say if he just went straight for a Scepter on Phobos on Spirit Breaker is absolutely insane. It is so damn good. Just because it gives you an AoE stun, an AoE superior magic stun essentially. And the fact that it just reduces that cooldown. So pretty much you can, in extended fights and chases, you can get 2 ults off. That's a very big deal. And also, it's just pure raw health as well. It's actually a big deal for Spirit Breaker. He's got so much grunt if he picks up an early Aghanim Scepter. Death Prophet still working towards that Yules though. We'll have it relatively soon. Value though, still back in favor of Alliance after those last couple of kills there, but still, it's going to be tricky going towards the late game. This because this goes really late. It's going to be Phantom Assassin trying to catch up, and then the Leshrac, but it is going to be up against these 4 heroes who do okay. Like Spirit Breaker less so ever since the Empowering Haste was changed, but he's still a decent force in the late game, just because the bash is always a threat, especially if you're getting slammed, especially if your hard carry's getting slammed out. Like PA get bashed a few times in the fight, she loses a lot of damage output. It's pretty frustrating if he just sits on her face. And then it's pretty much down to, yeah, Leshrac. So it's basically, essentially 4 cores and a really good steroid in the form of Vengeful Spirit towards the late game. If it does go like really late, like 50 minutes or so, it's going to be getting difficult for Alliance, so they don't want to wait too long. But at the same time, towards this mid-game, with the BKB being picked up, it's going to really... If they get some nicely timed BKBs as well, that's really going to screw with Leshrac's damage output as well. And the issue is if either team loses fights, they lose towers as well, for sure. That's the other big deal. So in this mid-game, if Alliance lose a couple of fights in a row, they're going to lose all of their outer towers. Like, they're going to lose all their tier 2s, most likely. As Phobos is charging around just to get some distance. Smoke up here from Alliance, looking for potential pick-off. I don't think they're going to find one, though. EGM just going to do some warding. As they see... FNG's been seen. Will they go from there? Throws out the wave. EGM actually, he loses his smoke because he gets too close to FNG. A Phantom Assassin still trying to play catch-up here. Only on 94 CS at 18 minutes in. That's pretty low. Of course, Defense Trilane failed pretty horribly, so still playing catch-up for sure. And his jungle at this point in time is still pretty dangerous for him to go after as well. As Mad picks up a 4-star. But yeah, they've got it warded up. The Die have warded this up, so quite dangerous to get in here. And the Die, a ton of wards out here. FNG, they're just going to do some of his own farming. And the charge top, I think they're just waiting for the next night time before they go for any serious kills here. and might even just wait until they can get the BKB done on Illidan, as he has picked up the Mithril Hammer. And now, no, Ice Blast on Lil. This is going to hurt. He's going to die here for sure, I think. There we go. Free killed Ancient Apparition. I think FNG's probably going to realize, hang on a minute. Oh, he just actually dewarded that, so... yeah, Lil probably should have been more aware about that, realizing, hang on, wait a minute, they can see me. They're going to Ice Blast me because, yeah. Here, Alchemical Rage, no good against Ice Blast at all. Especially when he's trying to fight a stack as well. There we go. There's an enhanced freaking health pool. Just slowing him down, getting him killed. Pycat just content to jungle at the moment, and it's coming to night time, so yeah, right now, the aggression from Alliance is not going to be particularly high, because they don't really want to push in when night time's about to turn up, so they're just going to try and get the farm. Well, they have to play very defensively coming up in a moment, though. Night's still got a Haster and about to pop as we turn over to the second, into another night phase. Oh man, this is going to be ugly. He's going to be able to get a few kills here for sure, I think. Although Pycat is getting quite tanky now. He's picked up the Bloodstone straight up.
Haste.
And if you can farm this quickly, it is a very good item on the track, and then rack up some kills as well. Stalker now, just going to zoom around. Pops the haste, and I think this mid lane as well. Oh man, oh, blinks away just in time. It's a shame, if he just approached from that side, he would have got that kill, but because he ran past the creep, just gives Tyner enough time to blink out of there. But it looks like VPP might actually decide, you know, let's pick up the Aegis here. Mad's nearby though, and he's got Ravage ready to go. This could be ugly for VPP if they're not careful. Especially if Mad gets burst down before he can use himself and pop Exorcism. But they've seen Alliance. They know that they're lurking. And VP are just going to back up there. The moment. Phobos though has finished up his Vladimir's offering, and a BKB, and they might go now. The BKB just got finished up on Illidan. They might feel confident to go for it now. And they're going to have Mad go there. I think they're just baiting though. They might not actually pop the Exorcism just no. They're going to go out. Yes, no. Goes for it, pops the nighttime as well. Lowers that vision just basically. Pop this again. See there, they can't see anything. Look at this vision. It's absolutely atrocious.
Roshan has fallen.
Meanwhile, Roche will get killed so damn quickly. The negative armor, really strong. Wave of Terror Medallion and the Acid Spray as well. Down goes EGM, gets obliterated there. Now, Illidan in chase. Minot's in trouble as well. No, he's going to break off there. Doesn't go for Minot. And they want to get Pycat. In comes the Void. Going to drop it. It's going to stop that port. Nether Strike as well. And that's a very easy kill there on Pycat, as they also pick off Aki as well. Mag running him down with the Exorcism. Oh boy, that's a big swing against Alliance. Free Roshan, 3 kills. That's so much negative armor on Roshan. See their Mag helping him make up for his early misfire, I would say, with the CS in there in the offlane. 700 gold for him and 400 gold there for the Alchemist as well. EGM lurking nearby. And a blink stun comes. It's a very short duration though. Lil will just back off immediately. Tidehunter's still here. He's still got Ravage ready to go if he wants to use it. A Yule's up in the air. Could be trouble. Silence comes down there as well. Silence on Mad. He can't get off the Ravage just yet. He's trying to get in position for FNG backup. Ice Blast coming. Will hit Illidan. Doesn't manage to hit Lil. And meanwhile, they will clearing up the FNG. But overall, it's a very, very small pick-off, considering what it could have been. Plus side though, they didn't have to expend the Ravage. You see they've killed money going to Ogre Magi as well, so not a huge swing for Alliance at all. You see the net worth again, plummeting down to even, and I think this favours VPP. Because I really feel like the late game, and even in the mid game, they are much stronger than Alliance is. See Leshrac now, he's lost a couple of charges, they're getting picked off there in the jungle earlier in that last fight. Mag continues to spam away that wave, also going for his own BKB. This is definitely, this mid game, with these BKBs coming out, this is going to get really ugly for Alliance. Now they've lost a lot of damage on 2 heroes they really need to bring down, the Night Stalker, as well as the the Death Prophet. They've really got to kill them. But so much damage has gone now. Their Lightning Storm, the Edict, actually, no, Edict goes through it still, so I suppose there is that. But the other big one, the level 2 Pulse Nova, also missing in action, and the Ravage. Sure, it got a damage nerf, but not having that stun is a big deal. It's really just going to allow Death Prop to play very aggressively. These fights, do we have Dark Darkness is back up, but I think he's going to save it. No need to pop it just yet. And then we go back over into daytime in a moment. And, oh, okay, no, it pops it immediately now. He's just going, you know what? A, I'm going to screw the vision. B, I'm just reducing the daytime all around. Just means he's not as weak for a while. This is actually, look at this. Look how scared Alliance are. When this oldest pop, they're just holding hands. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea where VPP are. Look, this is award vision. Oh boy. Look at this vision. It's nothing. They can see Illidan and that's it, so I suppose I don't have to be that scared, but just absolutely nothing. Effigy, they're stealing their freaking ancient stack. They have no idea what's going on meanwhile. Negative armor coming down there. Okay, Man's walked over. Hang on, wait a minute. Something's up here. He's going to try and stop them from stealing. They can't actually see these guys, how close they are to them. Will they go for this kill? He's got Ravage, maybe not. I think VPP will say, hey, not worth it now. Charge coming in here on Pycat. Pycat, he's going to have problems in a moment. Sanso, Yule's going to try and set it. Will he make him in? Oh, he messed it up, the Yules! Secondary Yules comes out there as well. Actually, no, that was a self Yules, I think, the first time round. So good dodge there by Pycat. I'm going to give... No, it was actually. No, it was Mag's Yules. It's on the lower cooldown. His was the first Yules. He messed that up for his team there. See a blink out from Lil, avoiding the gank there. Now another charge on Pycat. Doesn't have Yules up in a moment. No, he will get taken out here. Meanwhile, the Exorcism going to keep chasing EGM. EGM now going to get chewed up by this guy. Look at the damage come out on him. And there's the earn bonus while here. Now the strike going to chase down Titan, but EGM going to drop here in a moment. Titan to also clean up on the back line. 3v1. Not fair odds. Plus all that negative armor coming out of him. Meanwhile, Tickby in the mid. And Lil's just going to go and farm that up. Greeded up here. Alchemist. He did actually max out his other spells first, but with some greed. Still useful. Is it a charge on? No, not on my nuts. My nuts not having a cow sit on him here.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
But he's picked up a BKB of his own, but it's only going to be so effective because he's got to fight through an exorcism, which is really, really quite painful stuff. And now he's going to jump in there, pops the BKB, although it's daytime right now. It looks like the Dex is still down for 100 seconds. TP out there for FG, should be able to get away. Aki, no, he's going to be chased up here. Yule's trying to set up. Will we see this splitter? Going to come through right now. Illidan now in trouble. Pops a night down. Can he run away quickly enough? I don't think so. He's going to be burst down here. There's the Aegis down, but I think they kill him a second. Oh, Mag's going to come back in, throws down the Suns in one final time. Blinking from Lil, goes for the kill. Tops is in the stun there. In comes the Ice Blast, but it's not enough. Titan are just respawning now. They kill off Pycat. A dagger coming in to slow down Mag, but it's very much a screw you. It's unfortunate. Alliance, they look like they had a kill. Cost them an Aegis, but that's it. VPP coming out ahead there easily. See Lil pick up 400 gold as well. I feel like Titan's building some armor, but I feel like the Sheathers would be nice, but I feel like to stall this game, they really need that double Ravage. I don't know if he can afford to go for it, but the armor's going to help him out for sure. It's going to make him be able to stand up. But the problem is, yeah, okay, he gets the Ravage down. But his team might still just fall apart if they don't have a secondary Ravage. Just because these guys are starting to get really tanky. They've got the BKBs, they've got all sorts of good stuff. And PA right now just doesn't have the damage output really with the crits just yet. On the plus side, she does have Bloodlust, and it's almost maxed out too. So there is that. So Lil now, just going to do some more ancient farming. I can't risky because of these Ice Blasts. There's see a 5k lead now in favour of VPP, and gold-wise, so gold-wise 5k, but double that for experience. Very, very sharp experience jumps here. 10,000 for VPP. Phobos now, just going to continue farming, also working towards another BKB. These BKBs are just going to frustrate Alliance so much. It's really going to be quite... It's already bad enough for them in these fights, these BKBs. And Alchemist is building one as well. It just gets worse and worse and worse. These BKBs, this is just going to really crush Alliance's mid-game, make it very hard for them to find any significant advantage in the mid-game. And this is going to really set up VPP's late game there. Haste Rune there being snagged by Mad. He's just going to speed away though, as Illidan's going to be left in his wake. And top lane Lil just continuing to greed it up and maxed out Goblin's greed at this point in time. plus 25 gold a hit right now. In fact, how much is going up to? Just gonna use that jungle. Yeah, there we go. Plus 24. So you can keep jumping and jumping and jumping. Ancient Apparition though did pick up a Midas, which was nice for Aki, but he's still a long way off finishing up that Scepter. Mad just being let farm as well. Then up it's nighttime, and right now not that much aggression being popped out, although I say that, and then the jump in there, blink, stun, Yulzo trying to set up this kill, in come the counter stun, split out as well, no, it whiffs! Multicast times 2, making up for a skill there. Leshrapai gets lack of skill, countered by EGM's insane luck. I'm sorry, did you whiff your splitter? Did you mess that up? Let me just get a ×2 multicast. In fairness, it is like a 60% chance to proc, but just proccing at the right time.
Radiant's
Lil,
bottom tower
I mean, that was
is
probably a
under
little
attack.
bit over-aggressive. I don't see him killing the... This is a weird thing. I don't see him getting that kill on his own, because he really doesn't have that kind of damage output just yet, even with the negative armor. He just doesn't have that kind of damage output, and yeah, they didn't really see anybody else. And FNG, though, FNG's going to die here. I don't think he gets away. Gosh, maybe will. Gosh, so it's not going to blow the Ravage. Yeah, fair enough. Doesn't want to blow the Ravage on just FNG. It's not a Scepter one either. He's going to be just fine now. Man, he's going to get charged here. They could actually get this kill. No, Yule's coming out there. Was that Titan? What was that from Mag? That was Mag's Yule messing that up again. It's the second stun he's messed up. In comes the Ravage, completely wasted on BKBs. Some errors coming out here from both sides, really. Questionable plays. Now the Lightning Storm going to come out there. Exorcism not going to be able to chew down this tower just yet. It's a lot of lost gold for Tidehunter though. Or maybe it will actually. Glyph is ready to go. They want to use it, but yeah, no, it's not. Exorcism will wear off, and they'll have to back up. They get some decent damage on, but Mag, that's a second charge in a row he's messed up with that Yules. He's really got to be less aggressive with it. I mean, it's pretty obvious if Spirit Breaker is charging. There's a freaking icon over their head, so... Maybe he's just trying to use them to guarantee that Spirit Breaker gets close and gets in range of Netherstruck without getting ravaged. I suppose that's a charitable interpretation, but still, I still find that questionable, what he's doing there. And let's track down to 4 charges on that Bloodstone. Maybe you can pick up a freebie here on FNG. FNG, the Pycat walk in and throws out the stun there. Will jump away. Oh no, Yule's coming out this time around. In comes a charge from Spirit Breaker. Can they get this counter kill? FNG dropping low here. Can they save him? Short range swap. Should have swapped to Lil actually. Messes that one up unfortunately. Could have lived. Doesn't matter though. Goes for the suicide. He will get a kill and then suicides out. Did he come out there with a net gain? No, he comes out with a 1 charge loss overall. Meanwhile, Mag getting another kill there in the bottom lane. Slight misplay there from Fierce, and she had the range for the swap too. She did have a level 2 swap, so that very easily just could have swapped Lil into position and then just run away. But mistakes were made. And there we go, Scepter picked up, oh man, this is just getting so more annoying. Scepter now picked up a Night Stalker. He's got the flying vision during the night time. It is going to be so hard to engage on BPP during the nighttime now. Even worse, obviously, when he pops the ult itself, but any nighttime now with a flying vision gives him so much map control when they're pushing and ganking. Or even just defending, like say you've got Night Stalker sitting here, or even just here, when you're defending, it's like so, you just can't approach this area because he can see over the trees. It's really, really tough to fight against. Now, Basher picked up for Phantom Assassin, probably going towards the Abyssal, and that she's going to need that for sure. I feel like she also wants a... Oh, man. She also wants... I'm going to say she almost wants to stack the evasion a little bit, if she can. Just because if she gets RNGG by Spirit Breaker a few times, she's going to die so quickly in these fights, so... But we'll see. Roshan, now they're going to get worked on by BPP. I don't think Alliance can actually mount any kind of a defensive or counter kill here on Roshan. Smoking is like Leshrac. Pycat just looking for a potential kill in the jungle, hoping he's going to find someone low that he can pick off. EGM now. Still looking towards, I'm assuming that's towards his own Scepter. Ancient Apparition also trying to get that Scepter up and running. Now that we've got the Aegis now picked up probably by Night Stalker. Yes, once again on Illidan. Just going to push in on this tier 2, not going to have the Exorcism, just about to wear off, but they've got significant damage here, enough to bring in this tier 2. I don't think Alliance want to contest, it's just going to let it go. They'll pop the Glyph, but really they're not close enough to fight this, they're just going to let it go. Aki's going to come up just to harass him slow now, or maybe, oh wait a minute, I don't know, 4 stars is a bit of miscommunication, 4 stars then changes his mind immediately. Thinks said, no, don't. I think he 4-staffed, he was trying, possibly 4-staffed at them as a sudden movement to try and get BKBs to pop out. That would be my charitable interpretation. Now, I'm going to assume that's what it was and not a miscommunication, actually. Because, I mean, you can 4-staff and blink back pretty easily. It's a pretty easy thing to do. Now we're going to see Yule's stun come down. BKB, though, from Lil. Going to shrug that off. And now counter stun there. Blink away from Mad. Inside the trees now. It's actually... Oh, you can see that it's nighttime. 4-star away. He's going to be okay for the moment. Silenced up now. Wants to get this Ravager. BKB is being popped by the Dire team here. Illidan now BKB'd up. Can they get away? Will bring down FNG, though. And now it looks like Pycat in trouble. Will be chopped down. Chewed up there by Illidan. Illidan gets hit by the Ravage. Pycat's moving. Goes for the kill. Aegis now popped. In comes Probos. Gets stunned. Lil stuns himself. And an awkward position there for him to be in mind. It's now popping. BKB going to get stuck in on Lil. Lil trying to regenerate for all his support. Down goes the Oak. EGM hits the deck. Aki now being chased by the Night Stalker, getting cleaned up there. And now Minuts and fucking Mad, can they take this one down? No, they can't. It's 4v2, unfair odds, an ultra kill there for Illidan, and he can see uphill. Down it goes the Tide Hunter, and they'll take a 5-man wipe for one, an ultra kill for Illidan, with Mag taking the final kill. Oh my god, 3.8k swing in gold in favour of VPP, and it costs them. It costs them a support and an Aegis. Definitely worth it. Now a charge. Oh, he's just split pushing, never mind. Tier 2 as well, they secure a tier 2 out of the fight. This is the issue, you lose a fight against the not even really there because X System wasn't used to push tower, but you lose a fight and quite easily you're going to lose towers. The same applies for both lineups. Well, Mag, is he going to? No, I don't think he will. Just wondering if he's going to move up and try and put the X System to use, and this is going to be awkward here. Mag now copying a stun, doesn't want to, can't pick up, he's just on cooldown there. Illidan running in, still Darkness on cooldown for 30 seconds. I think he'll just back up here. Nighttime due fairly soon actually. It's about a minute or two away there. Meanwhile, wards being popped up by FNG. This is definitely looking pretty ugly for Alliance, as the gold deficit stretches to 15,000. Their net worth is definitely falling. Remember how far Mag was behind before? He's definitely skyrocketed ahead. All these towers and these kills he's been racking up, 7, 1, and 9 now. For all the early last hits that he missed, he has really racked it up in terms of hero kill gold and tower kills. 18k for him. He's 4,000 ahead of the nearest person, and that's his teammate. I mean, Pykat's trying, but they gave him that early farm, which was great, but it didn't really end up translating into anything. He picked up an early Bloodstone, and just nothing came out of it. And I think he purely just picked it up just because it was a defensive buy there, just to try and help him survive the early onslaught coming out of Night Stalker and the Spirit Breaker. And for Gino, Basher picked up by Illidan. It's probably going to turn into, Abyssal Blade. It's just a nice little, and this is the issue, like, for all the evasion, like, with the basic evasion it's nice, but if he gets stunned a couple of times, with the double bash is being thrown in his face, one from Illidan and one from the Space Cow, it's going to be quite awkward if he gets hit, because if he's stunned even once, it's really going to really cut down on his damage time. The fact that it's Boboss, this is what I mean, jumps in on top of him, there's the uphill vision. In fact, they have a ward there anyway. Now Pycat is so dead. There's the bash. Kicks in and a monster kill streak there for Mag. Finishes him up with the Crypt Swarm. Meanwhile, bottom lane, a kill there for solid kill for Lil. Decides to go in, pops the BKB, blinks out. Off he goes. Greed charge being a tick down, or a tick back up. Actually, he's going to get some more kills in a second there. Right now, there's just nowhere Alliance can safely farm. Like, right outside their base, and people are getting picked off. It's just solo picked off too. It's just Lil by himself, not even the Night Stalker and Spirit Breaker doing shenanigans. And I think they're going to go for it now. I think they realise they have the advantage. Going to move in here. Down comes the silence down. EGM being pursued by Illidan. It's nighttime. Going to go for it. Pop to Darkness. Going to move in as well. Mag going to clean up this tower. So easily the space created there. 2 heroes are down. Buybacks are there, but they don't want to use them just yet. They realise even if they buy back for these fights, it's probably not going to happen. Dagger coming in, Ice Blast as well in the back line, going to catch Phobos, clips Mag as well. Effigy also caught a bit silence down on Mad. Can Mag get free of this silence? I don't think so. Crippling Fear doing its work. Ready to ravage now, but down lots of range tracks now. Gosh, there on Illidan, and I think I might just know what am I saying. They're not going to disengage, they're going to go straight back in. Illidan BKB's up, going to give chase here, goes for Aki, throws to the void, gets stunned up there. Will now go on top of Pycat. Pycat pops the DD, gonna move back in. A godlike streak for Mags, keeps moving in there. Ravage comes out, disjoints the stun, the magic missile no good. Stun comes out, the Ravage. And now I think they'll get this kill here on the Night Stalker. Night Stalker in trouble. Can they get the slowdown? No. Blinks forward. There goes up. Night Stalker so fast, though, speeds away. Pycat bashed up, stunned up by Nether Strike. Down goes Pycat. And Night Stalker survives on less than 100 health. Meanwhile, the fight continues. Mag now getting stunned up there by Minus. Goes for the bash, going to get chased. Spyro, no charge. Whiffs there. Doesn't manage to connect it on the PA. He's going up to Aki. Going to get the kill there on Aki. Meanwhile, Mag still running for his life. Minus trying to get chased there. Throws out the dagger. Jumps in. Can he get a stun? Can he get a crit? No crit just yet. A stun comes through on Minus. Minus trying to get clear here. No, he's going to go after Storm. No, changes mind. Switches targets. He goes for Illidan from home. Jumps back down. Doesn't want to go through. Gets stunned up. Charge of Darkness comes through. Down it goes. Minus. Gets stepped on by a cow. Gonna blink forward again. Lil going ham. Blinks forward. Unstable concoction. Mad copying another stun. Tries to get him out of there. EGM comes in with a speed boost, but it's not enough. And 4 heroes down. VPP are all over the show here.
Radiant's top barracks
All
are
up in
under
Alliance's
attack.
face and all over their case. And now EGM, BKB, pop my little one's blood. He's like, I'm sick of being support. Let's get some kills. Down goes EGM. Top Rax is dead. GG is called. They know it's done. VPP, the CIS aggression is back and it's in the form of Night Stalker. Holy crap. Night Stalker, I swear to God, this hero borderline imbalanced here. Broken in 6.83. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. This has been Triumph of Man Casting. The Star Series Season 11. We'll be back in just a moment. We've got another game coming up for you. Next up, we will have Power Rangers versus Virtus Pro Polar, and that will be in about 8 minutes or so.